And let's show our love to Megan Sabacor, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful rendition of a Christmas carol for us. And hopefully later we can ask you to sing again. Yes? There, she said yes. All right. Now it's my distinct honor, ladies and gentlemen, to begin the formal portion of our program. And I would like to ask past chair, Kalayaan Incorporated, Josie De Jesus, to please come and introduce our honorable guest speaker and induction officer this afternoon. Josie, please come and introduce our guest of honor. Palakpakan po natin. Madam, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Noel. It is with great pleasure, unique honor, and blessed to introduce to you a phenomenal, compassionate guest speaker and inducting officer today. Blessed Sunday and Advent season to all of you. Good afternoon. Consul General Adelio Angelito S. Cruz is a career officer of the Philippine Department of Foreign Affairs. Prior to his arrival in Los Angeles on 28 July 2016, Mr. Cruz served as Vice Consul, then Consul, at the Philippine Consulate General in Chicago from 1997 to 2003. In the United Arab Emirates as First Secretary and Consul from March 2007 to December 2009. First Secretary and Consul General from December 2009 to November 2010. Minister and Consul General from December 2010 to April 2011 at the Philippine Embassy in Abu Dhabi. In the People's Republic of China as Consul General from April 2011 to November 2013 at the Philippine Consulate General Xiamen, and as chargé d'affaires from June 2014 to 2016 at the Philippine Embassy in Tripoli, Libya. Mr. Cruz was conferred the Gawad Mabini Award with the rank of the Kilang Kamanong Grand Cross by the President Rodrigo Duterte on September 13, 2017 for the efforts in facilitating the mass repatriation of over 3,800 overseas Filipino workers from 2014 to 2016 in Libya. Let's give him a big hand. In the Philippines, he previously served in the Department of Foreign Affairs in various capacities, such as Acting Director in the Office of Protocol and State Visits, Acting Director in the Office of American Affairs, and Executive Director of the Office of Protocol and State Visits. Consul General Cruz holds a BA in Political Science degree at the University of the Philippines and some units in law at Manila, Ateneo de Manila. He is married to a beautiful Kathy Amon Cruz and a proud father to Christian Nathan, Aaron Matthew, and Angeline Nicole. Please help me welcome and listen to the inspirational message from our phenomenal, compassionate guest speaker, Consul General Adelio Angelito S. Cruz. Thank you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I promise my message will be shorter than the introduction. Ms. Lydia Solis, the other officers, incoming officers of Kalayaan, Mr. Eric Emerald, the presidents of the different Filipino-American organizations present here today. Very, very warm and happy afternoon to everyone. If I knew we were supposed to be giving exchange gifts, I would have brought a gift for the Christmas exchange gift today. But thank you very much for inviting me. A few minutes ago I was speaking with Eric, and we both agreed that we do need strong leaders for the country, both for the Philippines and the United States. Thank you, Eric, for praising our president, for praising his advocacy in addressing the drug issues in the Philippines. He still has the full support of the Filipino people, garnering over 71% of the population. I also agree with you that, yes, the United States has a very important role to play in world politics. And the United States needs to maintain friendship, not just friendship, but a show of strength all over the world. That's why in Asia, the Philippines is considered the best friend of the United States of America. And there was a poll recently made. 84% of Filipinos believe in the United States. So in terms of friendship, which goes way back over a century, we are your best friend. We need young blood, just as we experienced in the recent elections in the Philippines. We had a lot of very young mayors now in the country. And just as the Philippines, I hope we will have new blood soon. So congratulations and good luck, Eric. I'd like to take this opportunity to share with everyone recent events that occurred and that are ongoing at the Philippine Consulate in Los Angeles. For those of you who may not know, we already have a permanent SSS representative. It's a Social Security System representative from the Philippines. Now, recently, we were able to assist a former Filipino who was already a US citizen. He was no longer a Filipino, but he had many, many years of contributions in the country. And we found out he was eligible to collect more than 1 million pesos. So those of you who gave contributions to the Social Security system in the Philippines, please come over anytime. You don't need an appointment. We have a hardworking SSS representative. She will help find out what you can probably collect, even if you're no longer a Filipino citizen. We also have a new labor attaché, the only labor attaché assigned to a consulate. Labor attachés are usually assigned to an embassy, but we are the only Philippine consulate in the whole world that has a labor attaché. Those of you who are still immigrants, please do not hesitate to seek the support of our labor attaché, also based in the consulate. We also have a new Philippine National Police liaison officer from San Francisco, now permanently based here in Southern California. So ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to say? The Philippine Consulate General has been lucky that we are now operating as close as it can to an embassy. Our consulate has more employees than many other Philippine embassies and consulates all over the world. And that being said, I would like to continually appeal for your support. Thank you for your support that you've been giving the consulate all these years. Ms. Lydia Solis in particular, I met you 3 years ago, as soon as we arrived, and you promised me that you will give your full support, and you did. And I would like to replicate and do the same thing for you. Under your leadership for the coming year, you will have the full support of the Philippine Consulate General. And lastly, those of you who are following the news in the Philippines right now, two things. We have a very big storm approaching, one of the strongest of the year. Please pray for our fellow men back home, and also pray for our Filipino athletes who are doing their best in the Southeast Asian Games that we're currently hosting. The latest tally is that we have 21 gold medals. And Vietnam is a long second away, having only 6. Please pray for our athletes. Pray that they bring pride to the Philippines. These are world-class athletes, and those of you who continue to watch the Southeast Asian Games, remember the names, because these are the names of our Filipinos who will be representing the Philippines in the coming Olympics. Okay. So again, I would like to take this opportunity to be the first to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Next year, I will be due for recall back to the Philippines. It'll be my last year. I want my last year in Los Angeles to be as productive as possible. I want to extend as much assistance as I can to all the Filipino American organizations. So, looking forward to working closely with you. And should you wish to invite the Philippine Consulate General to your special events, please do so as early as possible. Yeah, I'm actually fully booked, so I have 4 events today. But thank you so much for the support that you have rendered to the consulate in the past 3 years, both on a professional and personal level. I will never forget this. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to all.
While we have our Consul General Adelio Angelito S. Cruz up here, we'd like to take this opportunity to now ask him to induct the officers and board members of Kalayaan Incorporated. So at this time, I'd like to call the board members and officers of Kalayaan Incorporated to please come up and join us up front, starting with our chairperson, Lydia V. Solis, President. Our Vice President, Lady Hope Robillos. Lady Hope. Our Secretary, Violeta Mislam. Assistant Secretary, which means you can't take pictures while we're doing this, Mr. Archery Kalunod. Our Treasurer, Mr. Noni Bellarmino. Assistant Treasurer, Between Villanueva. Auditor, Marilu Perez, who happens to be our 2017 Ginang Kalayaan also. And we have our Assistant Auditor, Victoria De Leon. Not here. Public Relations Officers, Rosalie Caratao and Peter Ramirez. Board members, Lolita Frialde Bandong, who happens to be our Ginang Kalayaan 2014. Also, here she is, the lady in pink and glitter. Mr. Arnold Behasa, board member. Miss Christine Consunhi, board member. Freshman board member. Miss Linda Hoko, is she here? Linda, please join us. Okay. We also have Ida Hugo. Ida, please come and join us. Teresita Hunya. Board member also Venus Marin. Venus Marin. Board member Cirilo Pinlac. Wala. Board member Erlinda Granada Saba. Awan. Mr. Perfecto Tobias. I saw you. There he is. Reddy Babasa Thompson. Awan. And Elizabeth Zaide. In spirit, the ex officio members and board members are here, but we don't have to take a stand. So I give the microphone to our Honorable Consul General Angelito Adelio Cruz.
So, ladies and gentlemen, can you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I state your name. Having been duly elected as, state your position. Do solemnly swear that I will do my utmost to discharge the duties and responsibilities of this position according to the Constitution and bylaws of the Kalayaan Incorporated. That I further affirm my commitment to the officers and members of this association and to the spirit and intent of the association's goals and objectives. Further, I hereby affirm that this acceptance of responsibility and declaration of purpose is given without hesitation and free of any mental reservations. So help me God. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick round of applause, please, for this year's Officers of Kalayaan Incorporated. Thank you.